everyone. I am so excited to share my library vendors and budgeting plan with you, and I can't wait to see what some of you guys chose for your libraries. Starting with book vendors, I chose Tidal Wave on the recommendation of both of my mentors, just because there is such a vast selection of great quality books and the very detailed collection development tools that are included that are tailored specifically for school libraries. Mackin has a great range of both print and digital resources, and then Bound to Stay Bound because that company has the best library binding according to both of my vendors, my mentors as well. For furniture vendors, I went with School Specialty as recommended by my elementary mentor, but also because I am very familiar with that as a classroom teacher. And they have a lot of different, a variety of different items. So a great place to make a big order from that includes lots of different materials. School Outfitters, great library furniture, seemed to be at a very reasonable price. And then Demco, I was very excited to learn about Demco, as it is as they specialize in library. And so they furniture available and book processing materials, and their stuff was also very cute. For makerspace materials, I went with Eduporium, which is a company I found on my own. Great selection of STEM makerspace tools, robotics, 3D printing, tools and accessories. The library store was recommended to me by my mentor. She recommended it for lots of makerspace materials, STEM kits, and even organizational tools that are specifically for libraries. And then Ozobots, we have quite a collection of Ozobots in our school library, and their website has a ton of ways to accessorize and extend and different STEM kits to get the most out of Ozobots. For technology tools, Novel Effect, which is an app that enhances read aloud experiences with an interactive soundscape. It's very engaging for students. Maker's Empire is a 3D design software that is actually designed by teachers for students and teachers. Lots of support for teachers, easy to use for students, and definitely promotes STEM skills in a library maker space. CDWG is a technology company and they offer lots of different educational technology, including software and hardware, and they seem to have great prices for those tools. For decor and supplies, I went with Amazon. Very convenient, huge selection, and their pricing is pretty fair, and the shipping is so fast, of course. Scholastic, love Scholastic because you can use your Scholastic dollars there, um, and they have actually a great variety of items available beside books. There are posters, games, furniture, lots of reading incentive tools. And then Oriental Trading Company, I chose this one because they have such a wide variety of themed decor and decorations, and I thought that would be super helpful as a librarian trying to get different items for the seasons or different events that you might be having in the library. For okay, moving on to the budget items. So for books, I went with four different collections. I created a graphic novel collection on Mackin. And the goal here is to just extend the graphic novel collection because it is so popular. And I went with high quality titles that were recommended by Mackin. Another Mackin collection I created was an ebook collection. Another goal of mine for the selection policy that I made was to diversify formats of books, and so I wanted to increase the ebook collection. So this has lots of high interest, both fiction and nonfiction ebooks included in it. And then on Tidal Wave, I focused on a different goal of mine, which was to find books about diversity, promoting diverse cultures and structures and people of all kinds. And so for grades 3 through 5, I focused on diverse abilities. And then for grades K through 2, diverse families. For makerspace materials, I was really looking to add on or just add to what we already have in place for makerspace materials in the library. So this Strawbees kit is great for all ages. It has enough supplies for 30 students to use it at once. And then it includes challenge cards for students to do their to complete, or obviously they can do open-ended things with it, and then there are a lot of teacher lessons included as well. For the Ozobots STEM bundle, that is a great system. It works with current Ozobot set that's already in the library, and then adds in these STEM-based kits that have these little props and challenges. So just a way to extend the use and the reach of those Ozobots that we already have. Media Production Studio Kit. Love this. It is a great way to have staff and students produce videos. With a green screen, a camera, a tripod, a microphone, that is, will elevate the level of the videos that they can create. This plus plus set from Scholastic is just another type of manipulative that can be used in many, many ways, and can be used across grade levels to create figures or shapes, or there's also a set of task cards included there. Another tool for the makerspace, 3D pens. This comes with 3 pads and lots of plastic to use to create the different items. And I felt like this was very versatile for grade levels, curriculum topics, and just super open-ended, allows students to be very creative. For technology tools, I went with some different software options. One of them was this Maker's Empire 3D modeling software that can be used for the whole school. Love this because it includes lessons. And for someone who might be new, like me, to 3D modeling, it would be super helpful for me to have a step by step guide for how to teach students to do these different things. And then a set of 4 Apple 10-inch iPads, just so that they can be specifically library iPads loaded with library specific apps. That might be for research, ebooks, makerspace applications that are just dedicated and stay in the library. And then finally, a subscription for novel effect and software for the entire school. And this is a to support the goal of reading engagement for students by making read alouds more interactive and fun for students across. Okay, for furniture, I found this super fun and happy rug from Demco that would create a cozy reading and gathering area in the library that could be used for lessons, that has assigned spots for those littles that need that assigned space. And it could also be floor space to work on projects or collaborate with other students. And then this wooden storage unit with drawers is the goal for this one is to neatly store makerspace materials so they are organized and then can be easily seen and put away by students. And then finally, for decor and supplies, I wanted to get this set of shelf markers specifically to help mark the picture book section with letters so that the library helpers can quickly reshelf books in that area and students can locate them as well. And then a set of organization tools. So these are table caddies and baskets that are in coordinating colors. This is to create a color table system so that I can easily prep, organize, and clean up for grade level lessons when the kids come into the library. And then finally, some just fun and cozy reading themed wall hangings and wall decals that are all about reading, and they're kind of coordinating with this color palette I have going on here. All right, and then here you can see my library purchase list. It has the vendor, the item, the cost, and then the total here, which you can see is right under 10,000, but above 9,800. So thank you guys so much for listening. Can't wait to hear what some of you found for vendors and also what items you might use in your library. Thank you.